Welcome to another video. We got an absolute banger for you guys. In this video, we are making our own currency. We're taking over the world. We're gonna destabilize the global financial economic system with the Swan economy. You might have heard of Bitcoin, crypto. You know how crazy the economy's gotten, even in the past, recent, right? So the tariffs, haha. And then, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our own coins. We're gonna make our own Swan currency.
PFTs.
PFT, there you go. So maybe you've heard of NFTs, right? Non-fungible tokens. They're digital assets that are worth nothing. We're going to create something brand new. It's called PFT, physical fungible tokens.
Yes,
Physical
guys.
fungible tokens, guys. That is the way. So basically, they're gonna serve as coupons and sort of like it's like a physical gift card,
Yes.
but it's made out of clay and stamped right with our hands and everything. And we're gonna do some testing in the video and see exactly what is the best way to produce these coins. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, we're going to use a bunch of different washes, some oxides, some stains, some underglazes. We're going to do a ton of tests together, and then we're going to show you guys the results and how everything came out, the good and the bad. So yeah, stick around and find out how all of our coins turned out. Let us know what you think in the comments below.
Yeah, so come along as we destroy the economy and create our own. And yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun. Let's get into it.
Let's do it. All right, so.
All right, so now that you have a flat chunk of clay, because you cut off the top, we're gonna put the flat piece down, and then we have the two rulers on the side.
Yeah, and this will give us a nice even slab. So I'm just gonna use like my fingers on the rulers, cut this straight down. And we should end up with a nice, yes, slabs. And this is where I really want the plastic. So I'm gonna put the plastic down and then come right in the corner, punch.
Nice.
Right? That looks good, right? All right. That'll be good. The plastic definitely helps keep a really nice, crisp outer edge. This punch is just a bottle cap in the right size that we needed.
It's gonna be a little bit bigger than the stamp, but
I think it would be really
it'll be okay.
nice.
I think it'll be a nice size for sure, yeah.
Then all this extra clay we can reclaim, which is nice.
Oh, it's a piece of Swiss cheese. Let's see that sucker.
That's pretty crazy.
So you get a piece of Swiss cheese and then like 9 little cookies. That's pretty cool. Let me see the cheese. I want to. Oh, you switched it. That's funny, dude. Okay.
That is funny. All right, let's do this one. All right, so they are tacky. What I want to do right now is just smooth any imperfections off from the plastic, and then we'll let them set up and dry, and then we can stamp them with our stamps. All right, so let's take all these coins and we're gonna smooth out the bottoms of them. When we stamped them, you can see there's a little bit of clay around the edges. So I just wanna give them a nice smoothed surface, and then we can add our stamp to it. Flip them over, stamp whatever we want on the other side.
So we're gonna hit them all with the Swan City stamp first.
First,
Yeah.
let's do a tester together, and we'll take one of our coins right here, and we're gonna stamp the front of it with our Swan City Ceramics Handmade in Florida 2025 stamp. So I just want to find really the center of our coin, and then I'm going to press down firmly, rock it back and forth. Nice. Really nice crisp stamp right there.
Here, let's put it right in the center of the wheel there.
All right, so should it be like I'm looking at it and you flip it over, and then that's how quarters are, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so that's how I'm gonna try to make it. Jeez, all right, check this out.
We got them all stamped with our logo there.
Yeah, they look good. I like seeing them all like this. Now we're gonna flip them all upside down. Actually, give them a denomination. But let's see, we want to do 5s, 10s, and 20s. Is that what we want to do?
Do 5, 10s, and 20s.
Okay.
Set aside. You got the one set aside for the members?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And then I want to do free mug.
5, 10,
Let's do that one.
20. Okay, and then free mug.
Yeah.
Here, check this one out.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Here's what we got.
You want hearts on the top and the bottom too, like the minis?
For sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Free mug.
Sleeping on the job. That's not nice. Here, let's see. I have to wash his paw after.
Yeah, we'll get the stamps and then we'll wash his paw. You want to just put it down, try to have him stand on it?
Yeah. Maybe you can get a couple here.
Literally sleeping, and you gotta do a stream, little guy. Don't you know that we're streaming right now? Are you familiar with our live stream that we have going on? These days? Pause it that way.
One good one. That
one's
one's not.
good.
All right, here.
Let's try this one again.
Just try to go next to it.
Just wait a second, buddy.
I think we got 2 decent ones. All right, this is do or die. It ain't too shabby. There's one. This is the other one, I think, right here.
Okay, so we got all of the coins cut out and stamped. We got our logo on one side, and then we've got 5. What was the word I said? Swan dominations.
Swan dominations.
We got a $5 coin, a $10 coin, a $20 coin, a free mini jar coin, couple
Yes.
free mini jar coins, and some free mug.
Free
coins.
mug. That's a
So
good
that's
one.
that's the highest value coin right there. It's a $45 value coin. That'll go to someone special. That'd be cool. And then we have some member coins. We're making some special coins for the members to the channel. So now that we got that done, what's next?
We're gonna let these dry out slowly until they're totally bone dry, and then we're gonna put them in a bisque fire. Once they're out of the bisque fire, we can put an iron oxide wash on them and then glaze them, put them back in.
Cool. So we're going to dry out and then we're going to fire them up.
Yep.
And then we'll be back once we have the fired coins. Love the energy there. Okay, so there they are. Awesome. They look really good. Let's try to get a close-up on them too here.
All right.
I got the close-up cam there.
How focused are we?
Well, it's focused towards the middle area.
Right there?
So, yeah.
Nice. All right, so we've got, let me see if I can find all of them. This is our $10 Swan coin. We've got a $20 Swan coin. And we've got a $5. Here's the $5 Swan coin.
Yeah, nice. You can see that.
Nice. All right,
Here,
so
try to
let's
show
run through
another
them.
one.
Okay.
Free mini jar. Nice. Good for one item.
One.
The other side. There's our stamp there.
2025 minted. And of course we've got our 5, our 10, and our 20.
All right, so they look awesome. They look really cool.
Look awesome.
So the next step after they've been fired one time, they're bisque fired now. So the next step is we're going to do some different techniques of applying some color into the stamp area so that it kind of stands out more. And we'll be applying some clear glaze on one side of them. So just kind of talk about what that's going to look like.
Yeah, so we are going to mix up some Oxide washes and some Mason stain washes. And we're just going to do a little bit of each one and do some testers and kind of play around. And what we're going to do is brush on our wash onto the lettering and then wipe it away. And then all the wash will stay inside the lettering. And then we can clear coat whichever side we want to clear coat and fire. And we're going to leave one side unglazed, only with the wash, so that we can just fire them flat on the table. They don't have to be on stilts or anything. And those would be really, really cool. But I think we're gonna do some color stain washes and maybe like a blue and an iron, cobalt and an iron oxide wash. We have our condiment jars these are from our kitchen, but I think these are gonna make the perfect vessels for our washes. So we're just gonna mix them up on the fly. All the oxide washes, they're gonna be a 1-to-1 ratio of Gillespie borat, and you can use Gersley borat if you want as well, with the wash, or with the stain, I mean. So the oxide, we're gonna do either the cobalt or the iron. All right, so let's just do this one first. I wanna do an iron oxide wash. We're literally just gonna do 1 scoop of red iron, 1 scoop of borat, and a little bit of water. Mix it down till it looks like skim milk, and then wash it on, wipe it off. Should be pretty simple for us. We're not gonna save these, so we're just gonna do a tiny, tiny bit of each one. So let's go for it. We just need a tiny bit. So we're doing 1-to-1. Just gonna do this same scoop here. And then we're gonna mix that together with some water. There we go. Let's pick a paintbrush. I'm liking this one today. Start conservative, add a little more. Doesn't need to be sieved or anything, we're just gonna mix it up really well. All right, first wash going down. Just like that. All right, pro tip about washing off oxides or stains or anything in this manner is you want to have a clean sponge every single wipe. So lots of fresh water, clean sponge, so I'm flipping it around every single time using another portion. We want to get the majority of it all. It does leave a little bit of a residue on the actual piece itself, but that burns away in the kiln. So as long as you're actually wiping it all off, just like that, you're going to maintain your oxide wash inside your lettering, and then the rest of the piece will just burn into a nice white clay, or whichever clay you have.
Let's try to get a close up on the camera there. So it says,
yeah.
nice. Swine. Let's do the other one.
Oh,
Yep.
sorry.
Swan coin, just hold it straight up.
Okay.
5. 5. All
5.
right, that's what it says. Swan
All right, I
coin,
want to do the
5.
other side too, actually.
Okay.
We'll do them a bunch of different ways.
So that's one way that we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a portion of them like that.
Yeah.
And then what's the other way?
So we're gonna do a Mason stain wash as well. So with our oxide wash, we did a 1-to-1 ratio, and with the Mason stain wash, you can choose any color that you want, but you want to do more like a 4-to-1 ratio. So we're gonna do 3 scoops or 4 scoops of stain to 1 scoop of our borat.
What stain are we gonna do?
That's a great question. We have black, red, yellow, blue, and one that we've never used before, pink.
Pink, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so I'm gonna go 4 scoops of pink to 1 scoop of the borat because I want it to be strong. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. The little hearts. Nice. All right, each wipe, I want to have a clean sponge. So let's see. There we go. All pink in the letters. Should we do the other side too?
Yeah.
Let's go. I guess let's go green. I want to do this chrome, this crazy chrome oxide. 1-to-1 ratio. Let's see. I think green will look really cool in these coins.
Yeah, I want my golf one green.
Nice. All right, just one scoop.
Maybe the little guy paw print necklace.
Oh my gosh, guys.
We're gonna make a necklace out of this.
Little guy.
Here, show it again. We got little guy's paw print.
Little guy. Let's go for it. All right, so this is chrome oxide. Wash down to nice watery watercolor. Let's see. That is nice and green. Nice. All right. It dries so fast too. So just all dry. Clean sponge for every wipe. We have this bottle of black underglaze. It's the Velvet Amico series. So we're doing all this experimenting. Let's try it. This is the third way to add some color to our lettering. Ooh, black. All right, let's get it really in there. This is gonna take a little bit longer to dry than our oxides, but you can already see the color changing. It's getting absorbed. Clean sponge. Flip the sponge around every single wipe. All right, we did it. All right, we've got our black mason stain.
Oof, that is dark.
Dark. I will say it was a little bit tougher to wipe away than the oxide wash. Probably because it wasn't as thin, but it needed to be a little thicker because it is just an underglaze.
Yeah, I'd say, and also because it's so dark, there's definitely, it's going to be messier. It's going to be harder to clean up, and the water's going to get really dirty really quickly too. So unless it produces a much better result, I think the application process is probably the most difficult.
Yeah, and I will say underglaze is the more expensive of all these options.
Okay.
So it'll cost more money.
Well, you have to weigh that in as well too. All right, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to bust these out and get them all filled in with different colors, and then we'll show them off once before they go. Oh, and then we're going to clear glaze them too.
Yeah, we're
going
to
to
clear glaze the tops.
So we're going to get them filled with colors, and then we're going to glaze them. Nice. Free mini jar.
Noise.
The letter spacing's a little goofy, but it'll work.
Got our logo on the front, minted 2025. Swan coin, 10 buckaroos.
Show like a free mug one.
Free mug.
Boom.
Boom.
So we're gonna leave these coins in special places and someone will find it and hopefully they'll redeem it for a free mug.
Let's go. So we added the wash onto each of these in different colors and wiped them away so that it's only in the letters. And once it fires, any residue that you see will be burned away, leaving a great, nice dark color for us.
All right, so the next step is we're going to put clear glaze
Yes.
over the logo side. So what do you think the best way to do that is?
I think we're just gonna paint it on.
Paint it?
Yeah. So have a clear glaze here ready to go. We're going to get this nice and mixed up and give each coin 3 layers of clear glaze. Nice. The whole thing, and then once it's dry enough to hold, I'm gonna flip it on its side. Just give it nice coating along the rim. We're only gonna glaze the top side here. Go around the whole thing. So we did it, we glazed and put an oxide wash on all of our coins here. We're gonna get these fired up in our electric kiln and we'll be right back with the final reveal. Dun, da, 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 da. We got them!
All right, so we got our coins fresh out of the kiln and we've got some good ones and we've got some bad ones. Some of them didn't make it for sure and we're gonna talk all about the reasons why. We did some different experiments as to how we were adding color to the stamp area. And what do you think?
Well, I love the coins. Like even the ones that are pretty rough, I still love them. I love the idea, the whole do our own currency. I'm excited. And we did a ton of experimenting, like you said, like Nick said, and we learned a lot actually. So second round's gonna be even better than the first.
So we're gonna go through them, organize them, and see which ones we can keep and see which ones are total duds. And the reason I mean that is because on the stamp where it has our logo, the ink has totally run and you can't read the logo.
Yeah.
So it kind of renders the coin useless. We can't leave it in a tip jar.
Right.
Along with cash, we're not totally... We're gonna ease in.
Abandon the dollar.
We're gonna ease into switching over the economy for sure, but you know we want to leave them as special little tokens. And if you can't read the logo, then you won't know how to redeem the token. So it's okay it's the first batch, first round of making our own currency, and there was a lot of experimenting and testing. We could have went online. We could have went to the library, right, and read some books about how to. You can't yawn during the video. Let's just.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I did that.
All right.
Okay, keep going.
We could have learned and done some research, but typically that's not how we do things. That's not how I do things. I don't like to do things like that. I like to learn on my own. I like to learn the hard way. And also, there's so many variables with the materials that we use, the environment that we're in. So to figure out exactly how we can do it best, you have to do it yourself.
Yep.
So let's organize them a bit and talk about why some of them are not good. And we have one special one, good for one item. That's going to be the highest valued coin. Let's start with that one right there.
All
Let's
right.
get a look at that one right there.
Good for one item. We used a bunch of different colors on this one, and then on the front, under our clear, this one, free mini jar. Mini jar is super popular, and it's a nice little present for anybody. But we used on the front a green chrome oxide wash. So we just mixed equal parts chrome oxide and Gersley borat for a flux in with water, made a little wash, put it on, wiped away, and then we added clear glaze on top. So this one came out really, really nice.
So that looks pretty good. You can see the green pretty well.
They
And
both
then
look really
on the
nice.
back, what's filled in on the green one?
Got free mini for the green.
Nice.
And then we have our $5 coin.
So there you can see on the left is the iron oxide
Yeah.
wash. And on the right there,
The chrome
the
oxide.
chrome oxide stain washed. And then there's both of the same with clear glaze on top. So the stain definitely makes it better.
Yeah, the oxide is definitely the number one. And without the clear, it looks so good. The clear was definitely too thick of an application. We did 3 brush coats, so probably 2 would suffice. We'll have to do that one again. Yeah, so we had 2 versions of the oxide wash. Chrome oxide, red iron oxide, and those definitely came out the best out
Nice.
of all of the different types of washes and stains that we did.
Okay, now let's talk about the ones that didn't work.
Okay.
Let's get a zoom in on the blue one.
Okay. There it is. So on the back, unglazed, looks pretty good. It's very, very dark. And we did a combination of 4-to-1 on stain to flux.
All right, now show the other side. There we go.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Just hold it up there.
under the clear, total tie-dye effect. Running, smearing.
So it looks really cool. It looks sort of like a magic 8-ball.
Yeah.
It like has the bluey ink effect to it. It looks pretty cool. But
Thank you. Man. So this one's cool because this one is actually one of our member coins. This one's going out to Adrian. So I think this one, you go, Adrian. There you go.
so it has a
Absolutely
pretty cool
illegible.
effect.
So it bled a lot, smeared underneath the clear, but still
So
legible without any glaze.
no one's gonna get this free mini jar, unfortunately.
$10 coin here. This is also done with a mason stain. So we had a red mason stain, strawberry red. And actually the red is sold through US Pigments. So it's actually called an inclusion stain, not a mason stain, just a different brand. And this one came out pretty decent, but it's still very, very smeary. You cannot read it at all.
So the green looks really good. The orange looks really good. We'll show an orange too. We're gonna try to show all of them to the close-up camera. Why do you think that happened?
The clear was way too thick, and I think the stain was too pigmented. I mean, it's a thought. It could have been many of reasons, or all of the reasons, or just one. I think the stain was too pigmented with the variation that we added with the flux. So we did 4 scoops of pigment to 1 scoop of flux, and then added water to water it down into a wash. I think maybe next time we'll go like half of that and do maybe 2 scoops of pigment and 1 scoop of flux. When it goes to the oxides, it was 1 and 1. That's what I had always done, always learned. So they came out great, the oxides. But when it comes to the stains, I think we just went a little too heavy on the stains.
It's interesting because the stain, the blue and the red, it really separated from where it was in the stamp as it was fired.
Yeah.
And it seeped through into the clear glaze, which is interesting.
It is interesting, and that's like supposed to be one of the reasons that you add the flux. You add the Gersley borat so that it adheres to the clay better. So, I mean,
But the green and the pink and the orange.
Yeah, and the orange and the pink were the lightest of the stains. So maybe it's a depth,
Interesting.
darkness. I'm
So
not sure.
that's what you're gonna get when you're doing the experimentation. We did a lot of different combos, and so going forward, when we make these coins, we'll know what not to do and how to make them the best. And I guess we'll determine by the end of the video what is the best for both the cleared side and the unglazed side.
Yes.
Let's show off the pink and the orange, and let's just try to get a close-up of all. Let's try to get a bunch of close-ups.
All right, here's the orange. It was an orange mason stain.
Nice. Free mini jar, that pops.
Yeah,
I like
orange
that.
is really good. I like the orange. Just the thickness of our clear glaze application. Too thick,
little
too
too
bubbly.
thick, so it got a little cloudy.
We've got...
We did 3 coat. Go ahead and show it.
Oh, sorry.
Free mug. This is the pink one.
Yes.
So we painted on 3 coats of clear. So next time when we do it, we'll do
Just
2 coats instead,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
that'll alleviate some of the bubbling and cloudiness.
And the reason that we painted them on instead of dipping the pieces was because we wanted to make sure that the glaze got into all the crevices of the stamp. We had some experiments where we just did clear on top of our stamp and it pulled away from the stamp itself. All right, the last one.
Free mini jar, nice.
Free mini
Go
jar. So yeah, we did use black underglaze on this one. Instead of a wash, we just have a Amico Velvet Series black underglaze. Flip. And this one actually came out really nice as well. So I know underglaze might be a little more of an expensive tool to do a wash, but it did work really well. It pulled away a little bit. I will say that. It wasn't perfect. So it has a little bit of smearing underneath our clear. Could be the clear application, could be...
Yep, it does have
I don't know.
slight pull. Yeah, I believe the application, if it was a little thinner, maybe it would be locked in there a little better. Okay, so we have that. We've shown the pink, the orange, which are nice looking, and the green, and then the black underglaze stain, and the black
Yes.
underglaze as well. Okay,
stain.
so after we've done the experiment, we've analyzed the results. Let's come to some conclusions here. What do we think the best options are for when it comes to having your stamp filled with color and then glazed or unglazed? Let's look at the coins and determine what you think is best. What do you think?
Well, I'm looking at one of each color here. We've got our 2 oxides, our stains, 2 different brands, our black underglaze. Just by looks, definitely the oxide is the winner. The oxide's a 1-to-1 ratio of oxide and flux.
Oxide's the winner?
Oxide's the winner. That's super crisp, even with the clear on top. There's no pulling. Definitely, looking at it all with no glaze on top looks the nicest. It just looks really nice and clean.
Let's get for both. For glazed and unglazed.
Okay. So with the glaze, the best is the oxide.
Okay.
No pulling, looks nice, classic, flat. And then you can use any oxide that you want. And then on the other side, unglazed, man, the best, in my opinion, is like, they're all really good unglazed. I don't think you'll have any types of problems using a wash unglazed. But the orange is my favorite for sure. It's an oxide, the orange is my favorite. It is a stain, and it just pops so well with the fresh clay. Just looks so nice. They all look really nice, and they pop.
Bring up the ones that have the back, where one is just the black underglaze, and the other one is the oxide wash.
Okay. All right.
Let me get your opinion on that.
The winner for the unglazed between the oxide washed and the underglazed is the underglazed. The black underglazed looks really, really nice. So classic, clean.
And for the glaze side?
For the glazed side, the winner is the oxide wash.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So going forward, we'll have some more information how to make these things perfectly legible when they come out. Because a couple of them, we're going to have to toss.
Yeah.
There'll be lucky wishes that'll end up in a fountain somewhere, but ideally, I want to throw good ones in a fountain too. Hopefully someone could find that, you know what I mean?
That's so true.
And as long as our logo's on it, they can find us.
Another note that I do just want to touch on is some of these coins really came out oval, oblong, so they warped a bit a lot in the kiln. So what we did when we created these coins was we just pulled out a slab, sliced a slab off of a fresh block of clay. So next time we're gonna have to add like a little bit of compression to our slab. Whether we're gonna throw that a little bit, just compress it down, or take a rib and really just give it a nice once over. It needs a little bit more compression so they don't warp.
Okay, cool. So we'll compress the coins. We'll roll them out, and then we'll do two painted on glaze coats instead of 3.
Yes.
And then we'll stick to the
Oxides.
oxides that work for the stamp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Final note.
Yep.
We have a super special coin
Super special
here.
one. Let's see it.
We've got our little guy's footprint on a coin, on a pendant.
Nice.
Got little guy's paw print. I had him step on the clay.
It's upside down, but
And we put little guy with some hearts. We put a little hole at the top so we can put it on a pendant. And we're going to wear this, or maybe we'll put it in the car. I think that'll be really cool. All right, this is Nick's special coin. It's his ball marker for golf. We both made one for ourselves. All right, so of course, Swan on the front. This is the green chrome oxide wash. Clear on top.
Hello.
Hello!
So I got my golf ball marker.
Yeah, that one's really cool. This one's mine. I just did some green oxide wash on one side, unglazed,
That looks
some
so
little
good.
hearts.
That looks so
The
good.
green oxide's so nice. It's definitely my number one.
Jess's coin is a little oblong. It's a little oval shaped,
Yeah, let's talk about it.
but nice. Being the Master Chef Swan member for coming up on 3 months. JM, she got a blue one too, I believe.
Yes.
But I think JM's really gonna like it. Actually, it's perfect for her. JM Clay, shout out to JM.
It's freaking sick.
It looks cool. It does look pretty cool.
Fresh cup.
Nice.
Coming in hot.
And we got confirmation from Leah that this coin will be smuggled across country boundary lines into the Canadian economy. So we're not just taking over this economy. It's global. It's a global effort.
It is a global effort. All right, speaking of Leah, we've got her coin right here.
Shout out to Leah. 7 years.
She wanted a special sobriety 7-year coin.
That's an awesome coin.
Congratulations.
Swan member Leah. Nice pink.
Yeah, the pink came out really nice.
There we go. 15% or more. MVP of every stream and top contributor to the channel. Shout out to 15. We got your coin coming on the way. And it looks absolutely perfect. You got the best one for sure. So, yeah, that's going to do it for the video. It was a lot of fun. We're going to continue to make these for sure. And possibly want to add on the website custom tokens as an item.
Definitely.
If people wanted ball markers or sobriety coins, I think is really cool.
That is really,
And
really
also
cool.
the little guy's paw print, I think is really cool. Guys, we did all this live on our live stream. Okay, it was episode 93. We created them, and it was episode 95 that we glazed them, and it was episode, where are we at? 98.
98.
With the
that we
reveal.
Yes.
98 with the reveal. So if you want to see this process happen live, go back and watch the live streams. We do all this stuff live. And yeah, that's going to do it for the video. If you liked it, drop a like. Make sure you're subscribed and ring the bell because we're live every Tuesday and Thursday in 2025. It's Pottery with a Vengeance.
No matter what,
No matter
every
what.
Tuesday and Thursday, we are here making pottery for y'all, for us, together. Bringing it all together.
We're taking over the world one pot at a time.
Let's go.
All right.
One pot at a
All right.
time.
We'll see you on the next one.
All right, love you guys.
All right, nice. Cut.